Okay. So that is the one thing, we should always keep in mind, that your report writing should be pakka perfect. You are not sure sometime. You are dicey at times, and you are certain at times how to generate report accordingly. Okay. Okay. This is the interactive session. Please try to interact here. How are you going to write, explain this lesion? This is a bladder, and how are you going to write it? Okay. Bladder is partially filled or not? It is full or not? No. It is partially filled, right? Do you appreciate the neck of the bladder? Do you find anything on the neck of the bladder? Okay. Do you find this lesion to be like cyst in the bladder? Right? So you're not going to directly write cyst here. You have to describe what exactly the lesion is looking like with a hyperechoic rim and anechoic content inside. So right thing would be, can you just stand and read it up? Please, can you just stand to read it up? Mike. This is the correct interpretation. This is the correct interpretation. Small little thing, but then what is to be documented is like this. You're not straight away jumping to a conclusion that it is a cyst. No. Got my point? Okay. And this is again a bladder, but Raghav, can you tell? Oh, sorry, क्या नाम है तुम्हारा? वैभव, बताइए. See, this is bladder. Bladder should have urine. You find the urine? You find the urine, but quantity is less. You find something in the lumen which is obstructing the way of the sonography. There is a shadowing or not? There is. Do you appreciate the mucosa of the urinary bladder? Can you comment on the mucosa of the, this is the mucosa, this is the mucosa, is thickened. So simply writing that it is hyperechoic, if it is hyperechoic, the body is inside the lumen, the correct way should be, can you read it? Someone can, do you have mic? No.
There are multiple hyperechoic rounded structures and distal acoustic shadowing within the urinary bladder lumen. This is consistent with multiple cystic calculi.
आपने बहुत धीरे धीरे बोलना है मैडम, जिसको बोलते हैं प्यार से बोलना है आपने. अब आपको माइक दे दिया, आप बिल्कुल प्यार से बोलिए. बोलिए दोबारा से.
There are multiple hyperechoic.
धीरे धीरे पॉज दीजिए ताकि ये समझें. There are
multiple hyperechoic rounded structures with distal acoustic shadowing within the urinary bladder lumen.
Okay.
This is consistent with multiple cystic calculi.
So you're going to write always consistent with. अभी क्या human में आप जाते हैं, they never give you a पक्का diagnosis. हाँ, मतलब वो भी मैं आप आगे बात करूँगा कि how it is to be written actually, right? Now, anyone? Raise your hands. Again a bladder, I'll give you a lead. Okay, fine. बताइए आप.
So study only you told about this.
Yeah.
It is not attached with the urinary bladder.
Okay.
It's moving.
Okay.
So it could be some clot.
No. See, again, please don't jump. You know, this is what I want actually. This is what I want.
It's not attached with the urinary bladder.
Yeah.
It's
So-
free moving.
Yeah. So, see, if I'm meeting you, you are wearing a cap, I should not be judgmental that you are a cricketer. Right? You are a cricketer. So the thing is that bladder की boundary, अंदर का lesion और lesion का echo character, that has to be shown. Okay? Is it homogeneous? Mixed echogenicity. Mixed echogenicity, right? So what are you going to write? Somebody if can. पढ़िए पढ़िए किसके पास है माइक? पढ़िए धीरे धीरे.
The bladder is distended with heterogeneous, echogenic, formed material consistent with a large blood clot.
Formed material का आपको कैसे पता लगेगा? When you shake it, when it moves, and it moves in a unit, then it is a formed material. Pardon me? Consistent with the blood clot. You are not writing it. Consistent in the blood clot. It can occur, you know. Have you seen such cases? Such cases are very common when there is an unorganized calculi in the bladder. Unorganized calculi, what do we call it? As a sludge. What happens that because of the chronic presence of this unorganized calculi in the bladder wall becomes very sensitive, its pH also changes. And whenever there is an act of micturition, the bladder contracts, urine is voided, and owner will tell you that the last stream of urine is having a blood. So once the urine is voided and the bladder is empty and mucosa is bleeding, it will be converted to a hematoma because it will not come out. Right? Now, what is this about? ये भी मैंने दिखाया था आपको. How to?
The thickened bladder wall
Okay.
with the attached mucosal attachment. It's a polyp, but
You are not saying polyp. Polyp तो बोलना ही नहीं है बिल्कुल भी. Okay, fine. So I told you, see, bladder is such a, is such an organ. Why I'm always keeping the bladder here? Because when you start with the things, it gives you the idea, you give a location है उसकी, उसमें how much of the urine is being filled, what is the character of the fluid inside, then what is hanging from the mucosa also. Now you read it out. Read it out. Yeah. This is the correct way actually. So that becomes a comprehensive way of looking at the things. Now you have two different lesions here. This is a slice of a liver. Let's have a comment on the first. First, is it multiple or solitary? Very good. Does it have a margin? Does it have a margin? Okay. Whether it is in the near field or a far field? Almost the near field. Okay. What about this? Solitary or multiple? Very good. There's a multiple one. Do you find a difference between this lesion and this lesion? What is the difference? Excellent. Excellent. The inner core is having a different echogenicity. The rim is having a different echogenicity. And they are multiple and they are throughout the slice of the liver parenchyma. So this is hypoechoic nodule in the, let's say, left liver lobe or right liver lobe. This is multiple target lesions. So if you find such kind of structures which are rounded and having something inside anywhere in the body, they are known as target lesions. So the target lesion in intussusception looks like a bull's eye. So you're not going to say that intussusception has a target lesion. Anywhere you can say this is a target lesion. Target means like a target, you know. So multiple target lesions, hypoechoic rim and hyperechoic center. Now, this is again a liver. And these are not vessels. How are you going to differentiate it is a vessel or some other structure? You will give a Doppler. Or you can, if you don't have a Doppler, M mode. Okay. So, within the liver, near field or far field? Near field. Okay. Multiple anechoic pockets in the near field of the liver. So, whenever you find such kind of structures which are vacuolated, these structures technically in a sonographic language are known as cavitary lesions. So you can say cavitary lesions. Okay? These are the